for talking with us today. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us how you're connected to Jockey?
My name is Jared Rodriguez.
Sure. You can talk to her.
Okay. My name is Jared Rodriguez, and I'm connected to Joplin because I've been living here since 2007.
So, in your opinion, what are some of the most important milestones, both good and bad, in Jockey's history?
Um, as far as I know, I would have to say that when Habitat for Humanity came and built the houses here, because I live in the Habitat for Humanity home, I'm not too much informed about like the past of Joplin, if they had houses here before, done by another company or by Habitat. So I'm only going based off of what I know, um, how my living space came to be. So
So, given that you said here in 2007, what is your best childhood memory that you can tell us about playing in Jockey?
my best childhood memory. Um, I want to say, I guess playing when we got like playing football with like a neighbor who was also a Habitat for Humanity resident. He had had his house done by Habitat, and when my family would come for like certain holidays, Thanksgiving, when we would come and play football, throw the football around, just play outside and be amongst each other. I probably that. When I moved here in 2007, I was about 13. So
So, obviously, what was your best memory living here in Jockey as a result?
um, my best um, learning how to drive here was pretty good because that helped with the kind of closed off area that Jockey is. It allowed me to learn the ins and outs more with driving. It allowed me like the freedom in the space and hassle free type of area to learn how to drive. So here was where I first learned how to drive. So I say that was a very important milestone, and that was like one of my fondest memories living in Joplin as an adult. So
So, looking back on the years that you've been here, what are some of the things, both good and bad, that have shaped Jockey into the community that it is?
I guess I'll start with the not so good. The not so good that I observed is like I feel like this type of area, when certain things go on, it takes a while for like the police to come here. Sometimes I see like police surveillance is kind of like every once in a blue moon. So that kind of puts me on edge sometimes in my mind as a resident. Like, okay, this is the first time in 3 weeks I've seen a squad car in this area. Did something happen? What are they not telling me, or do they know something I don't know, or did somebody put in a call anonymously, or it kind of puts me on edge a little bit. So that whole type of thing, like pretty much like the police are only here if a crime is actually going on that they know about, and minus the crimes that they don't know about that are swept under the rug, kind of. Because I'm a victim of a crime here that did occur in Joplin. That happened in 2009. Um, our house got broken into. We got robbed while everybody was out, and thank goodness for our neighbors. We do have some nice neighbors who don't mind looking out for us. They look out for us. They keep us informed on what's going on. if anything new happens, anybody moves in, um, changes, any type of environmental change, most of our neighbors will keep us in the know. So that's a good thing. But yeah, like when we got robbed, everybody was out. I was at school. I couldn't even go to my homecoming game that year. It made me mad because I had to go back home and see that our house got broken into. They came in through my room. They broke my window. They put a hole in my wall. They messed up my mother's room. The living room was messed up. It was DVDs and like videotapes on the floor. They threw the computer down, and it was just like, oh my gosh, it shouldn't have happened. But thank goodness everybody was safe. Nobody was there. Nobody got hurt, anything like that. And at that point, as soon as that incident occurred, then we had to put bars on the windows and the door. Beforehand, we didn't have it like that. We didn't have bars at first. Our window was bare, the door was bare. We had no reason to do that. But after that incident, we had to be we were put on high alert. We got a dog a little bit after that. So it just kind of heightened our awareness that anything could happen, more so without being checked in this area. So, I mean, that's the not so good. The good that I do see in Joplin is that there are people who live here that do realize that that's going on. They recognize that there's a problem. So that's the first step in solving the problem. That is pretty good. When everybody has communities and form groups and kind of alliances that make sure crime gets prevented, or we are pushed in the right direction towards Joplin being the more positive community. The meetings, vice presidents, discussions on what's said, what's not being said, what's going on, what do we need. It's good. I do see that. I do see that nobody is just taking the negativity lying down and just said there's nothing we can do about it. Anybody could get assaulted here or whatever the case may be, and we just don't know, and we're just gonna move on, and I have to live my life. It's good that people are seeing, waking up, and saying, hey, we all recognize there's a problem. Do you want to help solve this problem? Because if nobody does anything, the problem won't get solved, and we'll see that the problem isn't getting solved. Our children will see that the problem isn't getting solved. Visitors will see that it doesn't get solved. I work during the week and weekends, and a lot of times I'll work late, so I have to catch a cab home over here. Constantly, I've constantly been told by cab drivers they do not take me to this area. They don't want to come. One cab driver told me he was scared. He looked me in my eyes. A grown man looked me in my eyes. I was like, yeah, can you take me to this area? I need to get to Joplin. That's what the area is. I was downtown. I was like, you take 45 South? He was like, okay, cool, 45 South. Okay, what's the exit? I was like, you exit Illinois. I'm like, all right. And I'll tell them like, but I don't blame them. I don't blame them. When people say, oh, I don't go there, oh, it's too late for me to go there, give me your money up front, because it's a lack of trust. And I would be the same way if I was a cab driver. My senses would be on high alert. Honestly, I'd have a few defense mechanisms in under my sleeve. I'm not alluding to anything, but I'm just saying, in terms of self-defense, I would do what I have to do. But it's sad. It's sad. It's honestly sad when I'm being told by a grown man at like 18 years old. I'm 18 and the man is like 40 something years old, looking me in my eyes saying I'm scared to drive me down my street, take me home, and then reverse his car and leave the neighborhood. So that is bad. But the fact that people are trying to do something is better than not doing anything at all. So I applaud the citizens of Joplin for that.
So what are you doing today to provide leadership in the community?
I'll be honest. I'm not the best like example of a leader to Joplin right now. I don't feel like not 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 at my fullest. Like I feel like I haven't reached my full potential yet as a leader. And I know I should. I've been here for almost 10 years, so some does have to give. There's no excuse for that. You know, I go and I leave, and I go to work and I go to school and I leave. I do whatever. I get left to my own devices and do whatever I feel like doing, and then I'll leave. I only walk through here if I have to walk through it. If I have to catch the bus on Saturday, that's when I'll walk down the street and walk over the bridge and walk over the train tracks. Any other day, I'm not doing it. I I don't like voluntarily go for walks, but I feel like I know the community enough, so that does kind of help. It's like somewhat I know the community, the landscape, the geography a little bit. So I mean, with that type of knowledge, I should be doing something, at least something. But I'll admit I'm not the biggest example of a leader right now. Maybe I am indirectly because um, maybe there are people here who aren't employed, who aren't going to school, who aren't really doing anything, who's like my age or younger, and maybe by some miracle they probably do see what I do, or see me walking home in a uniform or something, see me looking tired from my day. So maybe that says something, but that's still not enough, man. That's not an excuse. So I haven't I haven't reached my full potential yet. I don't think. I try to be a good citizen, but I can do better. I'll do better.
What are some things that you're proud about accomplishing here in
Proud about the accomplishment. I'll be honest. I was proud that we built our house here. When the house got completed, I felt proud and accomplished. I helped do the landscaping, rolling out grass and everything all day. It was June 2007. It was hot, so I feel like that was a big accomplishment. Um, let's see when the house got built. Again, like I brought it up before, but I say it again because it did help. Like learning how to drive in Jalpi got me like my permit, and like again, it helped me know the area a bit more too, because when I was learning how to drive, my mother was telling me to drive through certain places, like more roads that led to different areas in Joplin that I wasn't aware of. So that helped. It kind of helped me, like learning how to drive helped me know more about the area. Um, just a lot of ways that involve transportation helped me like learn more about the area too. And I remember one year, I think it was the first year that we moved here. They did like I don't know if they still do it now, but they did like a summer camp type thing for the youth and the kids out here. Like, um, I think it, I think maybe it was the YMCA, but they had us just participating in games, playing basketball, giving us free lunch, like do, doing what doing what needs to be done to help like children in the summertime, because you know Lord knows what happened in the summertime when you're not under the right guidance and surveillance. So the fact that that even happened in this neighborhood, um, and again, I don't know, maybe it was always happening. I just moved here. I was new to the area in 2007, so I wasn't aware. So seeing that go on was pretty good. I felt like I was part of that, even though I didn't want to go. I still went and saw the positivity that was going on, so that helped.
So what do you think is going on well today in Jockey?
Um, if they want to, of their own free will, um, more and more people can come to Jockey. There's a lot of ways that people can come to Jockey. Come visit, help, be a part of something, come do something if they feel like it, if they want to, if they're compelled to. Um, I've noticed that when I've been out to other places, I've talked to a few people and they'll know about the area right off top before I even started calling it Joppy. A part of me still doesn't even call it Joppy. I still say Joppa like on the sign. So I'll say, yeah, I live off of Linfield in Illinois. Oh, you live in Joppy? Okay, cool. I know about that place. I used to go there. A bunch of people would tell me I used to go there. I'm like, oh, okay, so you know where it is. That's a good thing. So that means that they visit. Clearly, there are people that come here. I'm proud of the bus route because I don't know what it is with this bus route with Dart. I look at how it's set up because the schedule is it starts like way early in the morning, around 5 something, and then it's during the week only, and the bus stops running at after 8 p.m. After 8:01 p.m., it's no longer a bus that'll take you here, which is weird because I feel like on both ends, people still like would need to leave. Like, where would other people have to go then after? Because it leaves the Ledbetter train station at like 8:01, and it doesn't get here till around, I want to say like 8:40. So if you miss that bus, excuse me, you have to walk over the bridge. Like, you have to walk past the Shell, past the entrance to 45, go to Illinois, make a right, walk under that bridge, keep walking on Illinois until you finally see a bus stop, the nearest bus stop that can take you. That's very inconvenient to me. Uh, but at the same time, with that time frame that you're allowed, it's like I was saying, more and more people can come visit here. Um, Despite what I've been told and what I've constantly been told with people not wanting to take me as far as cab drivers. Cab drivers can come to lots of people can visit. So I think that's what makes that's one of the more positive things about this neighborhood is that before you can have any preconceived notions or anything or any type of assumption in your head, you have to come here first. It's like the original saying, "Don't knock it till you try it." So that's how I look at it. It's a nice neighborhood.
We need to switch batteries or anything like that. Or still young. So, what challenges are you currently facing in the
Shower. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm scared to walk at night in this neighborhood because of like what might happen. Um, Again, I brought up before how we got robbed in 2009. That kind of put like a sense of distrust within me. I was very adamant about who we let in our house after that, who my mom would talk to, who I would talk to. I rarely talked to anybody outside of my family during that. So when I started walking, it just put me on edge because I felt like at times I was in danger. Like when people would drive past me or um, with all types of things that people would allow to go into the neighborhood. This is before I got a little bit older. So my whole idea was I'm so in the dark, literally and figuratively, walking at night and not knowing what's going on, it just kind of made me feel unsafe. So that I still kind of feel that sometimes too. Like when people drive by and um, when certain people, I guess, I suppose are like on a drug or something, on drugs or something like that, maybe, and it makes me wonder and almost act kind of fearful of what's going to happen next for me because I mentioned earlier about the cab. When I get out of the cab, a part of me does feel some type of concern for the driver. Like I hope that like sometimes when I get dropped off at my house, my first thought is I really need to pray for this person. I hope that the person like left as soon as possible. Like no lie, I hope that he sped off. I don't even care. I hope he broke the speed limit out here and just got out of here safely because I never know what's gonna happen. Like I never know if I might see this person again. Maybe it was a severe reason that person didn't want to come off of past experience or what they heard, and you never know what anybody is capable of, especially people who are um like down and out on their luck and in the time of or a time period of a person being desperate. You never know what a person will do when they feel like they have nothing to lose. So you know, that's what makes people turn to crime. So that kind of it raises concern for like me, uh, cab drivers who take me home, my family on the constantly. I'm concerned about the people that I've met here who are nice to me, nice to my family, just all around good, nice people. The kids, So I mean, no, really, that's it. Really, that's it. Just as far as concerned.
What are some of the biggest leadership challenges you have?
The biggest leadership challenges in the community, um, and it's kind of with every community too, is that making sure egos don't clash. Like everybody is in check as far as us being on the same page. People feeling like the whole community is just on their shoulders alone for them to bear. I'm gonna save Joppy all by myself. Like feeling like they're the only person who can. They don't need any help. Um, their opinion, because at the end of the day, it is just an opinion. But an opinion can lead to a greater, bigger, more helpful idea. But at the end of the day, like everybody brings forth an opinion to the table. So it would be people. I guess it's people feeling like my opinion is the one that matters the most. So forget your opinion. We're just gonna push that to the wayside. What you say has no relevance or no value at all. We're just gonna do what I'm gonna do, and that'll be the end of it. And that's wrong. Um, a change happens when everybody is on one accord. That's been that way since the beginning of time. And it still hasn't changed. It's not going to change anytime soon. Everybody has to be on the same page. Everybody has to agree on one thing so that we can all move forward. Another thing is with the youth, because with the meetings that I've been to, I've overheard this a lot. And as far as the youth, they're not really showing any interest in like the community meetings or what could be done to help better the community. And I find it kind of ironic because a lot of the times in the meeting, they're discussing what can be done for the youth. And I think it was like one or two of them were me and my sister were the only young people present at the meeting. And this pertains directly to us. So not only my biggest complaint, but their biggest complaint in the meeting was we need to get more young people here. We have to find a way to make whatever type of event gravitates towards young people to get them to come, to get them to voice their opinions, voice their ideas, let them get a chance to get on their little soapbox, say what they want for their community. It is our community. We are entitled to ask for what we want. What do you want? What do you want to see change? What do you want to see happen? What do you want to see get done so that we can all prosper as a community as a whole. It starts with you and saying what you want. You can't get anything if you don't ask for it. So um, that would be the two biggest challenges.
What do you think makes leaders successful or unsuccessful?
You said you said what makes a leader successful or unsuccessful here, strictly here.
It doesn't have to be very clear.
What makes a leader successful is is the power for that person to show other people that they haven't given up on the goal. Like to see them striving and continue to strive for what they believe in or reaching a certain goal or a certain end game despite the negativity, despite being told what they can and can't do, and they still keep building the bricks to their successful leadership. That's what makes a good leader. Um, to almost like spit in the face of adversity under any circumstance. To me, that's what makes a good leader. When because at any time in life you will get tested, you will um you will get questioned on your leadership. You won't even know it's really leadership sometimes. You just look at yourself trying to achieve a goal or trying to make something better or do something better. It won't, because a lot of people won't look at it as leadership till they see you like fully immersed within it, and you keep and to the point where you're like trying to create new leaders. You're trying to inspire somebody else. They won't really call it leadership until you've already done something for yourself. So it's like, okay, um, like for example, you come to somebody, it was like down and out on their grades. Oh man, I don't know what to do. I'm so stressed out. I think I might drop out of college. I just don't know what else to do. And then you come to somebody, not as a leader yet, but just as a mentor and some type of positive figure. And you keep coming to them with encouragement, with a confidence boost, with positive energy. And it'll be okay. Don't worry, you got this. You only have a few credits left. It's nothing to worry about. You're almost at the end of the finish line. You know why I know? Because I finished the race just like you did. I had the same thoughts as you did, but I still ran the race. And I'm here to tell you that you can finish the race too. So next thing you know, that person goes on to graduate, and that person who was down and out on their luck will never forget that mentor who is now a leader figure within their life. So they take that knowledge and those lessons learned, and they cultivate it and let that grow within somebody else. That makes a leader. An unsuccessful leader to me is is two traits to me that would make an unsuccessful leader. One who is clearly given up or is clearly focused solely on the opinion of somebody else every waking moment of their lives to the point where their opinion or their goal is like non-existent. They always rely on somebody else's 2 cents. That's not a good leader at all. It's your leadership. It's you. They can't live your life. They can't be a leader for you. The second trait of an unsuccessful leader to me is someone who is like who doesn't really listen, and they just try to tell someone what to do, like force things onto somebody else against their free will, and does so like in a negative way. Like again, like what I said earlier about people butting heads with egos. Oh, that my way is the better way, and you should all do this. That's not a successful leader. How is anyone going to get led if you're just telling people what to do? At the end of the day, like at that point on, it's just gonna be people butting heads all day. Not, nothing was learned, nothing was taught, no progress was being made. At the end of the day, you're just gonna be two people arguing in the room. So no, those two traits don't make a leader. A follower, a follower's role to me is to take the attributes of a leader and like try to see what the good qualities of it are. Like, okay, what is this person? What do I see this person doing that he or she does really well? Okay, he's a good speaker. He uh he or she motivates people very well. They communicate very well. They listen. They know when to speak. Um, they're not afraid to fail. They're not afraid of making a mistake, and they'll move forward with the goal regardless of what a person says. Like any type of trait that you can pick up on, and you learn from it and you hone it into your own type of skill or your own trait. That's to me, that's what being a follower is. Because and being a follower isn't necessarily a bad thing, because you won't be a follower all your life. You start off as a follower, but eventually you'll lead as well. So a follower was never really a bad thing, because eventually you're going to become a leader. Uh, it was like a two-part question.
Yeah, it was just what like how you think people feel about being college.
Um, yeah, yeah.
So, in what ways are you a leader? In what ways are you a follower? It hasn't changed.
Um, I'll start with following. Um, I always try to like exactly what I just said with my previous statements. That's what I try to take from other people. I try to find the good in people, good traits, good qualities, because I look at it as you never stop learning. From the time you're on this earth to the time you leave, you're always going to be learning, and just like you're always going to be tested. So you might as well keep learning from other people. I'm constantly learning, in life, in school, in work, relationships, in my free time. I'm constantly learning. I always try to take in positive attributes. Um, look at how look at how happy somebody could make other people, and look at how progressive a person is. In a way like that, that's what I always try to follow. How do you make this person feel? Do they have good things to say about you all the time? No ifs, ands, or buts about it, regardless of anything that might happen. Do they slander you constantly, or do they have nothing but good things to say about you? Will or will they not talk behind your back when you leave? That's what I look at. I guess what would make me, it's kind of hard to answer the leader thing, because I don't really like talking about myself that much, like to my own horn. But I feel like what I look at, what would make me a good leader is what I said in the very beginning. Like maybe somebody is indirectly seeing me go to school, or go to work, or if they see me at work, or try to show people respect, the type of respect that I want. Um, Trying to encourage people, not bringing anybody down, understanding where somebody else is coming from, and understanding that there are things that I won't understand. Some things in life I just won't understand. And I'm not going to fight or argue with anybody with what I don't understand. Some things you just won't know. Um, and trying to be as honest with myself as possible, which is hard for everybody, but you still have to try. Um, and just moving forward with like the pursuit of like positivity. That's what I look. Hopefully, people do look at me as a positive example in that way, and in that way would make me some type of a leader.
How does your faith influence your leadership?
My faith, my faith has helped me um, get through get through everything that I've been through, and it still does. As far back as I can remember, because I've had people tell me that because of certain things that you've done, it makes me want to do it, or because of how I see you talk, or what you say, or how you treat other people, or how you talk to other people. I want to do this too, or I want you to keep doing what you're doing. I get that a lot too, and it's all from me having faith. If I wouldn't have had faith, I wouldn't have to be honest, if I wouldn't have faith, I would have gave you short answers to your questions. You know, so I look at it as faith it's within my bloodstream. It's what keeps me going. It keeps me going to work. It keeps me going to school. It keeps me trying to be happy and trying to see positive things happen. I just want positivity. So I, the faith will always still be there regardless. I've been through a lot of things where my faith was tested, and I've had no choice but to have faith, and it's led me this far. So I have no reason to doubt
What are some of the things you think might stand in the way of
it. The ego thing, people who are only out for self, and not having like a sort of community mindset. Because I'm sorry, the idea is still, it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village. Everybody needs to know the good things that are going on, and if bad things are going on, you address it. You try and nip it in the bud as much as possible. You address it. Hey man, I saw and like, for example, hey, I saw you were talking to so and so. You think that's a good idea? I saw what he does to other people. I saw the decisions that he made just out of concern for you, because I care about you enough, that much, that I don't want to see you go down the wrong path. Just letting brother to brother, man to man, woman to woman, woman to man, whatever. Um, if there's anything you need to talk to me about, I'm here for you. I'll be there for you. Just don't hesitate to call me. My number hasn't changed. Something as simple as that. But you don't see that, so that stunts Joppy's growth a lot too. Just positive growth, positive encouragement. People saying, um, not fully stepping into somebody's life, but just being some type of an influence in a good way. Like, you know what? I see what he's doing. Let me I fear that he might be getting into the wrong crowd. Let me help him out in this direction. Let's get together and like do some community service, or we, play ball or do something, like go out. He's always happy. He's never angry. He has nothing to complain about. Why am I doing that? Maybe it's something wrong that I'm doing. I'm gonna follow in those footsteps, and hopefully I can follow. Somebody can follow in mine, and we'll be a-okay as a community, because that's all people are gonna keep seeing. So just people not wanting to help one another. Really, that's what's stunning the growth of y'all. I'm sorry, my phone. It's on vibrate.
Should I give it to you so you can silence it? I know it's on vibrate.
But it's loud. I apologize.
It's a loud vibrate. Is that yours?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Actually, since we can't see it on your lap, if you wanted to hold it on your lap, because I know you can stop the silent, at least on mine. Like, I can just hit a button and it will stop vibrating.
I'll put it on silent. Yeah. Oh.
We can cut here. There's one question left that we can.
There's one. I'll answer. Okay. The last question.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I cause any problem. I apologize.
So, If Jockey had all the resources that you needed, what would it look like in 2020? What would you like to see?
Wow. I think about this from time to time too. I see Joppy with, for one thing, a couple grocery stores, a community center, an indoor, like a nice little, with like a nice community center with like basketball court, like something that is so good and foolproof that it could keep like the baddest kids off of the streets. Like that's what I see. Like a big swimming pool, you can learn how to swim, play basketball, have like a big gym type of thing. People could work out, um, you know, work out and build up muscle, like be healthier people in life. Um, like nice, like huge, like additions to the park. Um, just a few things for the kids, like a few things. Nice. I think that would be it. An expanded bus route so people can come here on the weekend, so that I can come and leave as I go, freely on the weekend. Um, the bus would come past 8 o'clock. Cab drivers wouldn't mind coming here because it's so safe. In 2020, it can be done. We only halfway through with 2015, so in 5 years it can be done. Um, yeah, just a more safer environment. Um, put more police monitoring here from time to time, not just once every few weeks when they feel like it, when they suddenly get a call, but because you feel like coming and you just want to see what's going on, then then you come and you see what's up. Like more people talking to the police and not looking at them like a threat. Just having each other's back as a community, just happiness for the community. That's what I see. Like feeling like nothing bad can go wrong, even though we'll still be okay because we'll help each other out. That's what I see Joppy in 5 years, and it can be done. It can be.
What did we miss? Is there anything else you want to add? I know you have to go.
Uh,
If there's anything in the back of your mind that needs to come out, we'd love to hear it.
I think that's it. I think I touched on everything. Yeah, I think I yeah, I think.